You are killing innocent tourists in Pakistan. The terrorism is the army itself. They are the government. They are the terrorism hub. They are the masterminds of terrorism everywhere, because anywhere in the world. Patrick, to do a show with you is actually very difficult, because when you ask pointed questions which are little uncomfortable also to the world, but I'm prepared to answer it because we as Indians don't have anything to hide. Indus Water Treaty has been officially in writing suspended. We have nothing against Pakistanis as such. The population of Pakistan, we have been always looking humanitarianly, because person who has to use nuke will use it without declaring it. This is a bilateral issue between Pakistan and India. We will talk, nobody else. But please, for God's sake, stay against terrorism, because this terrorism, if is allowed to spread in the world, you are the next target.
I'm Patrick Lancaster, and as you know, the tensions between Pakistan and India have been developing intensely over the last weeks and month into claims of Armageddon or threats by Pakistan, to claims of full-scale war, all the way to a supposed ceasefire which was violated within hours. We are here in front of the Presidential Palace of India in New Delhi to find out exactly what information we can find here in India, starting here in the capital, going all the way to the front line, or the line of contact, or as close as we can to it, to get as much information as we can, to learn as much as we can with you. I'm not a professional here, but I'm coming here to show you what's happening, what information I can find, so you can get a little bit of a different perspective, get the perspective that I see from here on what the situation is, as far as the people say, the military says, and everything in the middle. And right now we're going to meet with a colonel, an Indian Colonel Singh, and he is going to be telling us about the situation, what's happened, what will happen, and hopefully everything in between. He's a veteran of combat in this conflict, and he's going to be showing us from his perspective what his people have to say about the situation and what the real situation is going to be on the ground. So please like, share, subscribe, and remember, we're totally independent crowdfunded journalists. You can support my work with the link on the screen or in the description. We can only do this with your support. I don't get funded by anyone but you. And that's why I'm able to only show you what the real situation is. I don't get anybody telling me what to put in my reports or telling me how to do my report. I come here and I learn with you and I show you what I find out. So let's do it together. Let's go. And we've met with Colonel Shailandra Singh. Hello. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Jai Hind, Namaskar Patrick. Very nice of you that you are here with us and you are covering what a beautiful country we are, and not only what we are, what we continue to do. I am Colonel Shailendra Singh. I am a veteran gunner from Indian Army. I've been in Srinagar for quite long. I've served all across, even in Northeast and border areas. I do understand a little bit on what is happening on the border front as well as on the Kashmir front. Now it depends that what interests you and the world. I give it to you.
Well, a lot of people in the West, in the United States, they've been seeing that everything in the last 2 weeks have been going around from Armageddon, all-out war, to ceasefire. Can you tell us what has been happening from your military view over the last month?
I may not be able to educate the Western world or the US world or anything, but I'll discuss with you the facts and figure on ground, what exactly happened. I leave it to the world to understand whether what they want to hear or not, but the reality is that there has been a continuous terrorism which has been emanating from our neighbor in Pakistan. We don't have to prove it, the world knows it, the way Pakistan has been spreading the terrorism all over the world, and a much more organized, targeted terrorism in my country, and that is India. Now what had happened, what triggered the present situation was that on 22nd of April, there was a strike at one of our tourist destination, that is Pahalgam, which is just next to Srinagar, and there we lost 24 brave hearts. The losing brave heart is not the only concern. It is the way they were done, the way they were butchered. Each and every individual was asked that whether he is a Hindu, and Hindu means that you are trying to bring in religion as what you are killing. And to the extent when somebody was even acting to say that yes, I am Hindu, he was told to read out the Kalma. That is what is the religious people in Islam do. To the extent that these terrorists were shameless, that they were asking the tourists to remove their pants to show whether they are belonging to Muslim community or not. Now what they tried was to create this divide between Hindu and Muslim. But notwithstanding, this is what exactly happened. There were ladies who were there, their husbands or their children, or the children whose father got murdered. That was a very, very gruesome and a very inhuman act done there. Why did India take cognizance of it? India took cognizance of that because that now in my country you are bringing in Hindu versus Muslim, number one. Number two, you are killing innocent tourists in front of their wife or in front of their mother and in front of their children. Now this cannot be pardoned, and that is where we declared that let there be a strike, a precision strike on the terrorist organization, their training center and launch pad. And this is exactly what we did on the 6th, 7th night at early morning, that in just about 23 minutes or so, we had identified number of camps, but we totally destroyed 9 of them on ground in Pakistan as well as POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Now at both these places, what we had targeted was the hub centers of terrorism, the training center of terrorism, as well as the bosses of terrorism headquarters, where they were located, from where they had been masterminding, targeting and organizing all these attacks in India. That is what we did. We did not cross the LOC, we destroyed them by firepower, very simple. No aircraft or ours crossed over to Pakistan, so that we were actually avoiding that let there not be a war. Because if you cross the airspace, then it amounts to a war is automatically declared. So that was not done. It was precisely not done for this aim, that we are hitting the terrorists and we will hit the terrorists. Before that, we had briefed I think nearly 70 to 80 ambassadors in India. We had been sharing that with the world, that this is what has happened and we are not going to pardon anybody this time. We are coming up behind. We are going to chase these terrorists up to the last point. Yes, there has been a little difference. Earlier, strikes were done only on POK, the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, which we treat as ours. And any camp there, we don't require anybody's permission to eliminate that camp. This is the first time that the headquarters in Punjab were actually destroyed or targeted. And that is where we had ended it in the morning. But what had happened immediately after that was that when this escalation started, when Pakistan sent across drones which crossed into our territory, they started firing at us, they started targeting the cities, not the military installations. They were targeting the cities. Yes, I can agree there were few military installations also which were targeted, but they were targeting Amritsar, the so-called most pious and religious place for the Sikh community, where they were probably targeting the Amritsar Golden Temple. Not only that, even on the border, they destroyed 2 of our gurdwaras. And that is not acceptable when what Pakistan does. They were even targeting Srinagar. So there are a lot of places where innocent people were, and they were targeting all those places. Under the pretext that yes, they are targeting the military targets, but on ground, the target which were the drones where they came were all civil populated areas. Now this was taken very adversely by our country, that is India, and we shot down all those drones and the missiles which came out. Now this is where the escalation started. And in escalation, because you had sent the drones towards me, now the next was that I will send my missiles and drones towards you. So we also went all out, but again, not crossing onto their territory. We fired beyond visual range, we fired the missiles, we fired every damn thing to destroy their 11 or 13 airfields, which is on record. It has been shown, it has been proved, but at the same time, we were also destroying their radar sites, we were destroying their military drums, and that is where we ended. And that is what the casualty also says. On our side, we have 56 civilians who have been injured, we have more than 11 civilians who have been killed. But on the Pakistan side, their own declaration is that they have lost soldiers. So that itself proves that we were targeting these soldiers, that is the army. Because it is not only our belief, it is the world's known fact that in Pakistan, the terrorism is the army itself. They are the government, they are the terrorism hub, they are the masterminds of terrorism everywhere, because anywhere in the world if there is a terrorism going on, you can always find the links coming back towards Pakistan. Now when this all happened, we found that suddenly on a particular time at a juncture that the so-called understanding was reached that yes, let's hold and talk, and that is where we were as on 11th of May.
And what about the dam, the situation with the dam blockage of the water to Pakistan? What can you say about that?
Patrick, to do a show with you is actually very difficult, because when you ask pointed questions which are little uncomfortable also to the world, but I'm prepared to answer it because we as Indians don't have anything to hide. We are very crystal clear, and we leave it to you and your viewers as to what opinion they want to make. You have asked me the question on dam. The dam is basically connected with the IWT, Indus Water Treaty, which has been existing between us and Pakistan since 1966. It's not that we did something yesterday or day before. It has been existing since then. We have been tolerant. We have never touched this topic of water with Pakistan, in spite of Kargil happening, in spite of Uri happening, or for that matter, Pulwama happening. But to be very honest, this is the first time ever that we have suspended the Indus Water Treaty. Indus Water Treaty has been officially in writing suspended. We have the courage of conviction to say so. We have the courage of conviction to write it and give it to Pakistan in writing, that we have suspended it. And why? If you can please do a little research on that. It is not that it was not under discussion. We have been requesting Pakistan since 2022 that let us sit down and rediscuss it, review it, so that we are mutually satisfied. But they had not been replying. There is a World Bank appointee, neutral appointee on this, that Loni, who's a water expert. He had visited India 3 times. In 2023 also. He has stood on ground, seen the water flow, he has judged by his being an expert. And he had asked Pakistan to file a reply that what claim you have. They have not filed it till now. They have got time now till August 2025. That is the time given to them. But now India is saying that since we have officially suspended it, no talks can take place. Coming to your point that what will it happen? What will it entail? It entails that whatever is the water flowing down from India towards Pakistan, there is a quota laid down that so much will go. We must face this fact very realistically. But much more water has been going, and we have not been objecting to it, because we wanted to create dams, then Pakistan objected, and we said, okay, fine, it's basically a matter of humanity that water should not be stopped. Now, this is the first time that we have suspended it officially, and that is where your dam plays into the picture, that what we have done at, on the Chenab and Jhelum. Jhelum we have not done so far, but Chenab, we have blocked the water, that no, it will not flow. It is again ceremonial, I'll put it like this, that Pakistan, you better wake up and reply and take the responsibility of what is happening and correct yourself in a better way towards humanity. We have definitely stopped that water. I agree to that. I own up to that. And we are also saying that we will soon be doing the same of blockade of water on even Jhelum. We will create dams on Indus, but that will take time. That I also understand. But we have made a beginning. We have conveyed you that we mean business in this. This is not a threat. This is not trying to scare you out. No. We are doing it. We are doing it officially, and we intend that we will take it to the logical conclusion that this treaty doesn't exist. And by the way, we also very responsibly know it will hit Pakistan very badly. On the ground, it will hit very badly. I think nearly 30 to 40% of their agricultural land will get starved out for this water. This water won't be there. So we are also saying that if you have been giving us losses, we are going to give you this time losses in terms of economy. Because if 30% of your economy gets contributed by the agriculture, then well, we want to affect it. Whether human, inhuman, anybody can decide, but this is reciprocation. You are doing terrorism with us. What we are doing is that we will stop this water towards you. I agree, the dam has been, all the gates have been closed, that water is not flowing. That is that Salal Dam, which has been shown even today.
Excuse me.
Please go ahead.
I just wanted to check the name so I don't mispronounce, but the Baglihar Dam was blocked and has been opened as part of the ceasefire agreement, if I'm correct.
No, I don't think there has been any mention of opening or closing of a dam in the ceasefire. The so-called ceasefire, it is just an understanding between us. The understanding does not include the dam or the water as of now. The Pakistan foreign minister is definitely claiming that if the water is stopped, then we will take it that it's an act of war, it is by Pakistan. And the ceasefire will be violated. Now that's a threat given to us by Pakistan. But let me tell you, both these dams, yes, we did close, there is no doubt about it. And when you say the water was released, it was released 4 days back because of the rains which were there, and we released it. It is not post, it is definitely not post the so-called ceasefire which has been arrived and officially, acknowledged or modalities decided as on day before.
So they were just opened out of convenience, basically.
You are right. You are absolutely right.
Okay.
We will open it at our convenience. We will close it at our convenience. We have nothing against Pakistanis as such. The population of Pakistan, we have been always looking humanitarianly. This may be an act not against them, but yes, against the economy of Pakistan, which we want to hit. We want to hit, we will hit.
Okay, I understand. That really helps to clear up a lot of information. And so you and your military experience have been involved in the operations on the LOC, correct? Could you tell us a little bit about your history on the LOC, the things you've experienced?
Let me tell you, my personal experience and background does not in any way contribute to the stand taken by my country. As on today, I was there from 87 onwards. That's a different ball game. But yes, I did see J&K during the turmoil in 89, 90, when the Kashmiri Pandits were ruthlessly killed in lakhs and lakhs, and they were thrown out of that state, which actually belonged to them.
By Pakistan?
By the terrorist people, which was supported by the Pakistanis. We have always been saying that. But next point is that yes, I have seen LOC even at Sambha, where this firing was taking place, even at Akhnur, at Rajouri. I've seen that firing. This firing is age-old. Pakistan had always been firing and so-called violating once in a while done kind of ceasefire. They do adhere to it, but very soon they don't. Because if we have to go even by the present ceasefire, as was declared at 5 o'clock on that day, the 7 o'clock the firing was on by Pakistan. Now what for is the ceasefire? Oh, it doesn't make difference. When our Prime Minister did the address to the nation at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock the drones were flying at Sambha. This is all recorded. I don't have to prove anything. If I can record it, all countries can see it on satellite. They all know it, what happened and what didn't happen. But let me tell you, this is my personal experience and impression that we have been always tolerant. India has always been tolerant towards this. And this tolerance was taken as a weakness by the Pakistan. And that is where we found that the terrorism was always supported by Pakistan openly, to the extent I'll put it like this, openly. Though they have been claiming that India is also sponsoring some kind of militancy in Pakistan. But I've been always saying, give me 3 names of any terrorist of yours who is existing in Indian land. You give me one. You give me any one. The world, I throw this challenge open to the world. Give me any one name of the terrorist which Pakistan claims as terrorist. and is existing in India. Give me any two names of the places where, if at all, in our country, we are running a terrorist camp. I will give you 10, 20, 30, 40, as many as you want. The 9 destroyed officially by us is on record. We are not saying no, we are owning up. We have destroyed these camps. We have destroyed these headquarters, which are of the terrorist camp. So when we are talking about my experience, let me tell you, this I have been feeling since my younger days, that we need to be strict. Had we been strict much earlier, this stage would have not come. Now we are realizing increasingly that Pakistan has been always spreading violence, and it has been only hearing this voice of violence. Well, we are speaking the same language because they are not understanding any other language. Now we will see that India will not retaliate. India will retaliate in a big way, in a bad way, and it is going to hurt Pakistan. I agree, it will be little inhumanitarian, that maybe there may be few civilian casualties. But well, that's the way it is. Collateral is this.
So, if I understand you correctly, you think that there will be an escalation soon.
I have full faith on Pakistan. With my experience, I have seen Pakistan enough. The world has also seen Pakistan enough. If on the first day of the so-called understanding towards the ceasefire, on that day they violated, on 8th, at 8 p.m. after our Prime Minister address, again they violated. So why will they not violate again? It's very simple. If you mean you would have stopped it on that day itself, you would have not done it. You are still going ahead with that. Now it is up to us that how strongly, ruthlessly, inhumanly we will reciprocate. But let me tell you, this terrorism will be dealt with inhumanly. India this time is hell-bent that no, every terrorist strike will be treated as an attack on me, my heart and my country. And we are coming for you. If you can stop, you can run, please run. We will measure the length and breadth of Pakistan. We will go down to the depth of Pakistan, but we will stem out this terrorism is our commitment.
Mm-hmm. And obviously we know that both India and Pakistan have nuclear weapons. How do you think that's going to play into this?
Oh yes, we must talk about nuclears very responsibly, because this is a very, very responsible critical weapon system. This weapon system all over the world is an acknowledged fact, are not the weapons of use. These are the weapons of deterrence. You are not supposed to. You are supposed to tell your adversary, I have this, if you can see it and be wise not to come towards me is a better thing. So that is what is all nuclear about. Now coming between Pakistan and India, how many times did you or the world heard us saying that we have got nukes? When did you hear it last? And when did we speak about it? You tell me.
I just heard Pakistan.
I'm coming to that. Now coming to that. Now coming to Pakistan. Every talk, every walk which they do is all nuclear. Can you be so irresponsible to bring in nukes when your ministers are talking, your parliament is talking, your public can be ignorant, but responsible people cannot. A minister level, a defense minister level person has to speak very responsibly, because we are speaking to the world and the world understands. And if at every time we have to talk about nuke, well, you are degrading that weapon as a threat, as a deterrence. That means you are only shouting, because person who has to use nuke will use it without declaring it. Now you are every time saying that at every crossroad of our country we have a nuke stationed there. Is this a responsible statement? Will Pakistan ever justify that yes, at every crossroad there is a nuclear 100 grams bomb? Have you ever heard about a 100-gram bomb? Has the world heard about a 250-gram bomb, which those ministers are using very responsibly? You are making a joke, mockery of it. But yes, very responsibly, I'll put it like this, our Prime Minister clarified it yesterday at 8 p.m. address. We are not getting into the nuclear blackmail of Pakistan. In the world, it is called as nuclear bluff. Our country doesn't use slangs, we use very clearly, Pakistan nuclear blackmail is not going to work. We are not going to accept. Do what you like. Do whatever you like. We are very responsible that we are not looking in your direction of nuclear. We are not. But if this is a threat you are giving, well, we are not even looking at that threat. We are prepared to face it. If you are hell-bent on nuclears, please take it out. Let us see what happens. But terrorism being done with this threat of nuclear, well, we are not accepting it. We are prepared to kill this terrorism, even if it is at the cost of you using the nuclear. It is your choice. The world makes a decision about you that we are saying terrorism. You are talking about nuclear weapon system coming in support of terrorism. It is for Pakistan to realize.
What, in your eyes, what would you think the most unknown thing or misunderstood thing by Europe, maybe the United States, all the rest of the world about this conflict? What do people misunderstand about what's happening here the most in your eyes?
When you ask me that by my eyes, nowadays I am having a blurred eye. My eyes see what 140 crore people see. I represent that. I'm part of that. I may have a little different view or a divergent view, but overall, we definitely know we are responsibly saying this time and again at the government level, at a public level, at an official level. US, please mend your ways. We may be saying it directly or indirectly, but we are not looking for your intervention in Pakistan, India, JNK case. We are not. Our Prime Minister has declared, and this is my sentiment, 140 crore people sentiment. We are a country which believes in talk. We are a country which believes in having, this is not an era of war. You can remember that during Ukraine, US, Russia, when our Prime Minister said it, and it was repeated by n number of countries. This is not an era of war. But we are now declaring this is an era of not tolerating the terrorism. This is an era of war on terrorism is what we are declaring. It's very simple. But still coming down to the misunderstanding is very clear. Mr. Vance, Mr. Vice President of US said, it is none of our business. He said that. He said it officially. And the very next day, what happened? Because the Pakistan pleaded or played the card, whichever way one can interpret, that no, their nukes are not safe. It affected, that blackmail affected the US. It didn't affect me. It didn't affect my country. But it was bought by US, and they suddenly said, no, we are declaring a truce between both of them. I do understand very responsibly that US is a big country. It is a so-called unipolar world kind of power which it is holding. But let me tell you, when it is coming down to terrorism, we would like to expose anybody, not US, anybody. I want anybody or everybody to declare that yes, you stand with terrorism. Let us see who is standing with terrorism, including China, including Turkey. How the hell can anybody stand with terrorism? And when my fight on terrorism is there, well, Pakistan, you know it very well, that you are asking US or pleading in front of US, begging in front of US, may be workable for the time being. But by your nature, you will see this is the same USA which had been, which had been spoon feeding and baby feeding Pakistan for last 50 years. And today, the same very US says, no, it is a terrorist state. They definitely acknowledge. So when it comes down to, nuclear part, I do agree with the US that if there is a visible tensions which are heading towards a nuclear, yes, you can always request, come in or do whatever. But let me tell you, India is very, very responsible. Though we have a treaty also that we don't, target each other's nuclear installation. But in spite of that, I'll put it like this: any support for avoiding a nuclear war, I will welcome it. There's no denying that. But then it has to be both ways. It has to be both ways. When US fights Osama bin Laden in Abbottabad, then that is nothing. That is terrorism. The terrorist was killed. When I do this for the headquarters and training centers in Pakistan, Well, are we interfering with another country? No, we are not. We are fighting this. Even Pakistan had been pleading that they are suffering. They are the sufferers of terrorism. Well, you could not remove it from your country. We will help you out. We are removing it. And by doing that, we are helping ourselves, we are helping Pakistan, and we are helping the world community.
One small question. You said your eyes represent the 140. I didn't quite catch that. Can you?
Where I say, when you were asking me what do I see as an individual? Individuals don't matter.
Yes.
140 crore people looking at things matter. And I am saying my own eyes are little blurred. But I am also seeing it from the 140 crore people, the pair of eyes, that what things are happening on ground. Is something right happening or wrong happening? So if 140 crore people are feeling, saying and conveying that no, Pakistan is wrong, it needs to be punished for the terrorism, well, I see it exactly the same way. If my 140 crore people are disappointed, angry, and may not be liking that the US starts claiming on their own that yes, we are doing the mediation. Who asked you for mediation? Are we open to mediation? We are not. Our Prime Minister has said it so clear. We have been saying it n number of times. This is a bilateral issue by an agreement between that country and us. The Shimla agreement says very clearly, it is between them and us. We are not going to take recommendation, threats, or facilitation or mediation of any kind from any third country. Let it be a very pious country, let it be a great power. We don't care. We will go by the way we are. Today, India is dictating what is right. And if this is my right as a human being, that there is an agreement existing, we are going by the agreement, we are honoring the agreement. This is a bilateral issue between Pakistan and India. We will talk, nobody else.
And maybe it's my ignorance, but if I don't know, maybe some of my viewers don't know, but I'm here to learn with my viewers. When you say 140 people, what exactly do you mean?
So to be honest, I was pretty stumped on what he was talking about with the crore. So I had to look it up, and it means 10 million. Indian noun for 10 million, measurement for rubies, general measurement are people. So he's saying 140, 10 million. So that's 1.4 billion.
That means that is the population of my country. India has 140 crore people as the population. So we have a nationalistic view. We have a view which is respected by 140 crore people. It is respected by my government. It is respected by my army. This is what we are. I cannot be into I, me, myself. No, I am part of that 140 crore people. We have a national vision on terrorism. We have a national vision against tolerating any kind of terrorism. And we today have another vision that no, between India and Pakistan, there is no question of mediation by anybody. We respect international community, but doesn't mean that we are weak. We respect the power of US, but that doesn't mean that we will come down on our knees to accept anything. We will do the things right. If we are wrong, tell us. This 140 crore people of my country, that is India. India is what? India is only a name. Patrick, understand. India is only name. Your country is your name. US is your US. But how does the US become US? By the population. In my case, there is 140 crore people who decide my national vision, who decides my tolerance.
So 140 different people.
Yes. And unitedly, their opinion, their word, their voice is one right now. Fight terrorism, fight terrorism, fight terrorism. Fight the terrorism from where it is emanating. It is not a one-man decision. It is a country's sentiment which is created by 140 crore people. The Pahalgam attack has involved 15 or 16 states of my country. Everybody is angry. I may not be angry with you right now. I may be visibly very cool. But that doesn't mean that my country is. And I am trying to convey to you what my people are wanting.
Thank
It
you
doesn't
very much.
matter. It doesn't matter that what I personally think. That would be wrong to convey. I may be a man of this. But okay, fine. Keep doing anything. No. The country is like this, with a hand which is together as namaste. You are now forcing us to do this, and where we are saying Jai Hind, Jai Hind, Jai Hind. This is what we are today on. That our country, we will decide our line. We will decide. We will respect you, but that doesn't mean that we will allow you to make us feel weak. We are not.
All right, well, Colonel, thank you very much. If there's nothing else you want to add, I really appreciate it. And if there's anything, I'll leave the...
I can only tell you, Patrick, with your experience, more than me, you know it, what is right and wrong, because you get a lot of inputs from all around. I'll say to you, to the world community, please decide for yourself. Are you with the terrorism or against the terrorism? If you find that India's fight against terrorism is there, you may have your weaknesses not to speak about it. You may have your compulsions not to speak about it. But please, for God's sake, stay against terrorism, because this terrorism, if is allowed to spread in the world, you are the next target. You are the next sufferer. You will suffer much more than what I can. This is what I can appeal.
Well, as the Colonel put it, we should not put our personal opinions into the information we're putting out, but put out the facts and the people we have get the information from. I don't, as always, include my opinions in my reports. I show you the facts I can get and the people I find. So we're going to continue on here in India, getting closer and closer to the truth and as much information as we can find out in this piece of the pie. I can't have all the information for you, but the information I can find out here, I'm going to show you. And I hope you get something out of it, as I am as well. And let's learn together. Let's see what's happening and expand our minds and not just be fed what the mainstream media shows, but think for ourselves and educate ourselves and then make an opinion. Please like, share, subscribe. Remember, we're totally independent, crowdfunded journalists. Support my work with the link on the screen or in the description. Now we're going to go get some more information. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very nice.